friends, how's it going? Tim Kanak with Perkins Roofing. And in this video, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Do I have an opportunity for you? I do. So, if you have been watching my YouTube videos and you're interested in Perkins Roofing, this is your chance to get involved with Perkins Roofing. We now have a franchise opportunity from Perkins Roofing. So, if you want to take your roofing or your construction or your business experience to a different level, it is now the time to contact us about opening your own Perkins Roofing franchise. So if you're interested, that's what we're going to talk about in this video, opening a Perkins Roofing franchise, why it's a great opportunity for you and why you should do it. And join me and my team. You can call us for these opportunities at 561-339-9170. Call that number. That is our franchise hotline. If you're interested in the franchise opportunities, you can also email us at franchise@perkinsroofing.net. Now let's dig into why this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you. Why roofing? Roofing is a high-revenue service industry, which means that roofing projects generally cost quite a bit more than some other service industry projects. Like your average roofing project is going to cost more than your average plumbing project or your average HVAC install. So that's why roofing is such a great revenue source for anyone looking to get into the construction service industries. And unlike general contracting, where everything is very custom, where custom built homes require a lot of human element, roofing can be systematized, which is what we've done with Perkins Roofing. The service industry is a growing industry right now. A lot of capital groups are coming and buying services up, including other roofing companies in the area. So like, for instance, in South Florida, a lot of the roofing companies are getting purchased by large conglomerates instead of now being privately held, because EBITDAs are at a new high right now for construction service industries, or at least since I have been in the construction service industry, I'm seeing prices for some of these companies being very, very high right now. So now is a really good time to get into owning one of these companies. And I hear all the time from lawyers and doctors when I'm working on their home, I'm doing roof repairs. Half the time, when they get the bill, they complain. They'll half joke, half be like, because they'll be like, man, I should have been a plumber. I should have been a roofer. Like, that's something I hear all the time from people who are self-employed and make very good incomes. So why get your own roofing franchise? Because you want to be your own boss. And why would you franchise? Why not just do it on your own? Why not just start your own roofing company? Because according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the failure rate for new businesses is approximately 20% during the first 2 years and 45% during the first 5 years. Why take that risk? That's almost a 50% failure rate 5 years into owning a business. Why take that risk when you can choose a model that is already proven to succeed at very good margins? So the Perkins Roofing brand. This is why Perkins Roofing. There are not that many franchise roofers out there. There's a few different opportunities if you wanted to franchise a roofing company, but why Perkins? We've been around since 1980. We're known throughout South Florida for being a high quality roofing and customer service company. We've done government work. We have high rise and commercial experience. We work in exclusive communities with very high end homes. So we already have a very good reputation for high quality work and high end customer service. And we have the track record of being around since 1980, working in Miami-Dade County, the most difficult and most stringent building code in the entire country. This is why you want Perkins Roofing, because You have Miami-Dade experience. You have all the experience that we bring to the table, and we've been around since 1980. So some Florida specific things. Why would you want a roofing company in Florida? Florida is non-cyclical. We work all year. This is not up north where you can only do construction work for half of the year. You can do construction work all year in Florida. We have two seasons. We have rainy season and dry season. And yes, you can still roof in rainy season as long as you're smart about it. Work smarter, not harder. So that's what we do is we work smart during rainy season. There's a high demand for quality roofing professionals and a lot of bad work in South Florida. Everybody thinks that they can just come in and do work like they do in other states or in other countries when they first get to Florida, and then they find out the hard way that is not the way we do things, and they go out of business. So Florida is already kind of like a protective moat because we have that tough Miami-Dade / high velocity hurricane zone code. That is a moat. Other people, other contractors do not understand how to do roofing under that code and have a difficult time doing it, where they'll get into projects and then those projects become money pits so that they don't want to keep working in those areas. I see it every time there's a hurricane. A bunch of roofing contractors will come in from other states and then they don't do the house right. It fails inspections and then they have to keep coming back. Becomes that money pit, and then they just want to get out and don't work here anymore. So it happens every single hurricane, especially in Miami-Dade and high velocity hurricane zone counties. But in all of Florida building code, we kind of have this little bit of a moat. Other benefits of working in Florida. We have hurricanes in Florida. So even though nobody wants to get hit by a hurricane, if it happens, you get work for years. When Hurricane Irma hit Southeast Florida last time in 2017, we had multiple years of work. It carried us for years and years. And when prices go up during hurricanes, so you can charge some pretty nice margins if a hurricane hits, because when anything is all about supply and demand. And of course, there is a very high demand for roofers after a hurricane and a shorter supply, so prices will go up. Other great things about working in Florida is that insurance basically requires re-roofs at certain ages. So in Florida, you see that if you have a shingle roof, insurance will require you to give you to re-roof at 15 to 20 years, somewhere in that range at this point in time. I'm recording this as of August of 2024. So yes, you 15 to 20 years for shingle roof insurance is generally going to make you re-roof at that point in time. You don't have a choice in it. If you have windstorm, if you have a mortgage, you have to have windstorm insurance. So if you have a mortgage and you don't own the home outright, you have to re-roof when insurance requires it because you have to maintain that windstorm insurance or else you lose the mortgage. So shingle roofs, 15 to 20 years. Tile roofs, they make you re-roof at 20 years. Metal, they'll make you re-roof around 20, 25 years. It can depend on the warranty. And flat roofs, they'll usually make you re-roof around 20 to 25 years, depending on your warranty, the type of roofing system that you have, and the quality of the roofing system. So there is always going to be a need for roofers in Florida because insurance makes it that way. Insurance is going to require people who have perfectly fine roofs to re-roof, which is bad for homeowners. It is good for roofers, but that's just a part of living in Florida at the moment. The other thing too is annually insurance carriers will go out and fly drones around your house. So if you have a tile roof, a lot of the time they'll make you replace tiles to keep your insurance. They'll make you replace shingles that have blown away to keep your insurance. They'll make you change out rusted screws in a metal roof if you have exposed fasteners to keep your insurance. They will make you clean up the flat roof and do things on the flat roof and bring things up to code to keep your insurance. So insurance is a big driver of work right now in roofing. And as the roofer, we just kind of shrug our shoulders and say, sorry about this. I think your roof is in good shape, but if insurance is making you, there's really nothing I can do about it. So that is why roofing in Florida specifically is a great market to get into if you're looking for a good investment. Also, regular maintenance. So there's a lot of commercial space down here in Florida, and we're a growing state. A lot of people are coming into Florida, so we are continuing to see an uptick in our population here. So more commercial space, there's more residential being built out. And in a lot of these new construction homes and commercial spaces, they're flat roofs. Flat roofs require a lot of maintenance. And a lot of the HOAs in Florida are tile roofs rather than shingle like you see up north. And these tile roofs, generally, they're concrete tile. A lot of the times they have permeability issues where water absorbs into the tile. They get very dirty. You'll get algae, and you have to pressure clean the tiles. Well, guess what? Homeowners are not hiring roofers to pressure clean, even though we'll do it. And they're not hiring us to spray algae treatments, even though we'll do it, because our insurance rate as roofers is higher than that of pressure cleaners. So they hire a pressure cleaning guy because that pressure cleaning guy might do it for $800 while it might cost $1,200 to have a roofer do it. But then the pressure cleaning guy breaks 50 tiles, and then you have to pay $2,000 to have 50 tiles replaced. So that's what happens. There's a lot of work to do here in Florida. You get a lot of work. There's a lot of vegetation caused damage from trees, dropping coconuts, iguanas. Like, I've seen all kinds of stuff damaging roofs. So Florida's a great market for roofing and for service industry. And like I said, roofing in general, if you're looking at a construction service business, is very high revenue. So other things about roofing is, especially roofing with Perkins Roofing, it's SBA loan friendly. So you can always get an SBA loan. You don't have to front all the capital if you don't have that kind of capital right now. So you can get an SBA loan and start your business. And at Perkins Roofing, we're going to provide you the tools to succeed in any market. We're going to give you the tools that you need, that you can come into a brand new market and take it over. When I started our Palm Beach branch in Jupiter, I had 0 contacts in Palm Beach County. I had to create all new contacts. I joined networking groups. So I have done this myself from the ground up, and I can show you how to do the same thing. So I've done over $2 million of business in my second year in this location, and it's all from ground up. I had no existing contacts. I just did it by grinding and getting new contacts and starting from the ground up and seeing a lot of growth in this market. And you can do the same thing. I've done it myself, so I will be teaching you how to do it and providing you the tools to be successful in the new market that you will be entering as a Perkins Roofing franchisee. We also are going to be providing continuing education and mastermind groups. So this is not a one and done type deal where you get your Perkins Roofing franchise and I say, see ya, good luck, and say toodaloo, have fun roofing. No, I'm here for you for continuing education. We're going to have weekly mastermind groups via Zoom so that all the franchisees can get together. We're going to be discussing ongoing issues, solving problems together, going over things and re-educating. So there will be constant education, continuing education, and constant assistance as you're growing your business, not just with me and the franchise team, but also amongst the other franchisees. The goal is to kind of create a fraternity, and I don't want to be sexist, so I guess a fraternity or sorority, whatever your gender, where all of the roofing franchisees are going to have friends with the other franchisees, and you'll be able to discuss and resolve issues together. That is the goal of Perkins Roofing Franchising. We want to do what others are not doing in this market. I was in education before I got into construction. And if you're a fan of my YouTube videos, you can probably tell that I have that kind of background. So we are going to be teaching you the basics. We have constant evolution of sales tools, new techniques that are always happening. And these are things that we're going to be discussing during the continuing education modules on a weekly basis. Additionally, you will be gaining a manufacturer certification. So all the certifications that Perkins Roofing has, such as Polyglass Quantum and all these other higher tier Master Elite certifications we have with manufacturers, those will all be transferred to you. We will obviously be undergoing the proper training and making sure you take the correct classes so you know how to install these materials correctly, but you will get the benefit of being higher end certified from the get-go. Additionally, that includes manufacturer and vendor rebates, discounts, and incentives. Because we do so much business between the Miami branch and the Jupiter branch, and then when we add your branches in, you will be getting discounted rates on materials than you would if you were going out on your own as a roofer. you'll already have the contacts. I'll put, we'll be meeting with my contacts that I already have so that you have the best of the best working for you and with you to make sure that you are giving the best prices you can. You have discounted materials to help you win jobs, and you're going to have all the proper tools in order to win jobs in the best and most efficient method so that it's a win-win for everybody. Win-win for your client because they're getting lower price, win-win for you because you're going to be making more money and optimizing efficiency. Now we're going to talk about territories real quick. These are some of the open territories that we have in Florida. And Perkins Roofing Franchising will be nationwide in the U.S. If you're interested and you're not in Florida, let me know and we'll talk about open territories. Pretty much everything outside of Florida is currently open because we're Florida-based. So if you're interested in opening a Perkins Roofing franchise outside of the state of Florida, it takes a little bit of legal work, but we can get you there. For now, as a Florida business, these are some of the premium territories that we have available. We have South Miami-Dade available, and the premium territories will come at a premium price because you will also be buying existing clients from me, because these are areas that Perkins Roofing has already worked in. So you'll be basically buying part of an existing business in these areas, and you'll have to pay for the clients that you'll be getting from me that are already in place. So we have South Miami-Dade, we have the Florida Keys, we have East Broward County and West Broward County, all available as premium territories for Perkins Roofing Franchising. Now, standard territories, these are territories where we have no existing contacts, just like I did when I came to Palm Beach and opened the Jupiter branch. We have Naples, Fort Myers, Tampa and St. Petersburg, Orlando, Treasure Coast, Space Coast, Jacksonville, and the Panhandle. All of those markets are all open and available at this time under standard territory fees. And if you want to know about the fees, just reach out again at our email, which is franchise@perkinsroofing.net, or you can call at 561-339-9170 for franchise-related questions. So if you're interested, what do you need as a potential franchisee to get things rolling? You can get started with literally as little as $15,000 down, so cheaper than a car in a lot of cases right now. You can open your own Perkins Roofing franchise as long as you qualify for an SBA loan. So if you go through the SBA loan process, generally SBA loans are around 10%. So you can get in with as little as $15,000 down. I do recommend, and I run my businesses, since I have multiple territories, I run them at zero debt. So I have zero debt, all assets, no liability. I do recommend trying to get to that point if you have the capital resources or you can get a partner who can get you there. It's a lot easier to run at zero debt, a lot less stressful. And as someone who had to pay off a ton of student loans as soon as I graduated college, I hate debt. So I like to run zero debt, but you can do you obviously like having a business is a positive debt, not a negative debt like a vehicle. So it's going to be an appreciating debt because your business should be going up in value, not down in value. So there are worse debts to have than owning a business. Now, what I want from you, I want you to have core values if you're going to apply. Perkins Roofing has three main core values: integrity, excellence, and customer satisfaction. You need all three of these values. If you do not have them, then you should not apply to be a Perkins Roofing franchisee. Now, integrity. That just means doing the right thing and being honest. Even above, this is more important. Doing the right thing and being honest is more important than making money. If you can do the right thing all the time, even if it costs you money, and be honest with your mistakes and take ownership of your mistakes, that is what I define as integrity. If you can do those things, even if it costs you money, even if you have to do things that you don't want to do and take a bullet every now and then do it. Excellence. What I define as excellence is being a self-starter, having pride in your work, and having a growth mindset. So you need to be able to be a self-starter and not be completely reliant on other people. You need to take pride in your work and take pride in the work of your team. And you have to have a growth mindset. If you're okay just saying, okay, I sold 2 houses this month, I'm good for the month, and then you kick your feet up and don't want to work anymore for the rest of the month, that is not what I'm looking for. I want people who want to grow their business and make as much money as possible and expand the Perkins Roofing brand. So please come in with a self-starter growth mindset and take pride in your work. Customer satisfaction. What does that mean? This means having good communication skills. Perkins Roofing brand is based on our people being happy at the end of the job and having good reviews. So you need to communicate with your clients, let them know when things are happening, let them know schedules, when schedules change, let them know when you're going to be there, what time you're going to be there, do what you say what you do, having professionalism, and then just having good knowledge of the roofing industry. Having a good working knowledge of the roofing industry and the systems that you're installing is very important. So we want to maintain brand standards, and those things and the core values define our brand standards. There are larger things that we would get into if you're further interested. Additionally, you need to have a licensed partner. So someone who is a partner in your endeavor, who is a 33% or more owner, needs to have their own Florida roofing license. And pre-qualification. Lastly, you need to submit to me a pre-qualification checklist that includes liquidity, net worth and assets, your bankruptcy record, criminal record, work history, education level and education background, and basically just like a background. So more or less stuff that you would have on a resume if you're applying for like a decent job. Those are the things that we're going to require if you're going to have a franchise. So if you think that you are a great fit to join the Perkins Roofing team, if you have roofing experience, if you have construction experience, if you have service industry experience or capital investing experience, you're already halfway there. That's half the battle. If you have operations experience and logistics, these are the things that we're looking for in someone to join us as a Perkins Roofing franchisee. If you're studying for your roofing license right now, this is the perfect opportunity for you. So again, if you're interested, give us a call at 561-339-9170, or you can email at franchise@perkinsroofing.net. Do it. Join us. Perkins Roofing, let's do it together.